So today I'm gonna show you that the peace sign with the 7 colors of the rainbow shows the Alpha and the Omega and also the Rainbowbridge. The same thing we see here on the $1 bill, the Omega, the Alpha, the prism, the eye, which is the lens, and behind it the white light, which is a representation of heaven, so to speak, or of the upper realm, of the original realm. And thus we are inside of a projection of shadow and light, of duality. We are, so to speak, in a Hellrealm projection, in a nightmare projection. And this is the portal, because this god, this deity, this eye is called El, and it's also on the 13th floor of the pyramid, and if you turn 13 around you get El. And this would be the portal, the gateway of the Rainbowbridge to the upper realm, to heaven, out of this projection. And to go there we have to beat El, that's why they are called the Beatles. Or we have to pass El, that's why it's called the puzzle. We have to solve the riddle, we have to get rid of El, the riddle, rid El. We have to get rid of this thing, we have to pass it, we have to X it out, X the eye. So, and this is the principle of it. We have Asgard, and it's a wordplay in itself because there are no S's. The Asgard, no S's up in the upper realms, and then we have the light, we have the prison. That's why it's called the prison break, the series. We have to break the prison, which is the pineal gland in your brain, and it's called El, this eye. Yeah, El. Yeah, the I or the ego. So we have to do the prism or the prison break, and we have to beat or pass El. That's why the puzzle or Beatles, and in the end this means for us we have to X money. So money means mon I, that means one eye. We have to X the one eye. And this has to do with money. And I will show you that Elon Musk is about to launch X money on his platform, and he wait a minute. So here we are. It's just 2 days, 1 day ago. So Elon Musk super app push, and he is Elon Musk plans, payments, investment, features, rollout 2025. Elon Musk prepares to offer payments and investments within its app. So he is about to launch X Money, and this will be the Mark of the Beast platform. And if you don't take the Mark of the Beast, you can't participate in it. And all the financial life of the world will run via this app. So that's why we have to X money. This is the last test for humanity. That's why we have to X money, we have to X the one eye, and that's why this is shown on the $1 bill. It's the world currency. So in this peace sign, this shows exactly the same. The Alpha, the Omega, which is Jesus, or which would be the anarchy. Anarchy means without ruler, order without a ruler. And to pass this last test and to go on this rainbow bridge back in the upper realms, out of this shithole, we have to pass this last test. And we had a foreshadowing, or we had a, so to speak, a little warning during Corona in 2020 that we have to deal with a 7-year time frame. Yeah, that would be the Hellrealm, this would be the Rainbowbridge, and this would be Asgard. And this is depicted in the peace sign. We have the Omega, we have the Alpha once again, and we have here would be the I, and this would be the Rainbowbridge out of here, out of this shithole. And during Corona, we had a clue, a major clue. We had the rainbows everywhere. Stay home, stay safe, save lives, blah blah blah. COVID-19, to get her together, we will get through this, blah blah blah. But the main clue was the Rainbowbridge, which was shown with the 7 colors for the 7 years. So yeah, we have to X the eye. That's why Jesus is depicted as this fish, and it's like the eye, which is the portal we have to beat, we have to go through. It's the narrow gate, so to speak, and we have to X the eye. It's like the eye and an X. You see it? The X and the eye. And then we become Jesus, and we get out of this prison meat suit, of this flesh suit, which is decaying and aging and rotting and needs food and needs to eat all the time. Yeah, it's the prison avatar, and you can turn it around as you want all day long, but it is what it is. So we have to X the I, the money, and without money you can buy food. You have to basically X your ego. You have to kill your own ego, your own survival instinct, your animal, your beast. And if you don't take the mark of the beast, yeah, you can pass this last test. And I show you the Alpha and Omega is everywhere, and it was also announced through the project, the Stargate project. And this Alpha and Omega is in every logo, and it's also tied to Jesus. And Jesus would be the guy we have to become. We have to become from Lucifer, so to speak, to Jesus. That's the game we are playing. I didn't choose this really. I don't know about it. I got a mind wipe, but that's the evidence is pointing towards this. So Project Stargate. Let me see. The Stargate project. This was the big announcement on Trump's inauguration, the day after. The 1.221 gigawatts, so to speak, because that's needed for the time travel. This was on January 21st, so we have the 1.21 gigawatts. And the Stargate project was announced on this day. And if you see here, the Stargate is the Omega and the Alpha. Alpha and Omega, the pyramid with the eye, with the portal, and the Omega for the end, for the Stargate, for the narrow gate. The same which is depicted here with the Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is the New World Order, which was also announced by Musk and Trump during his second election, the second term, on the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November, we have it here. V for Vendetta. It's also the Alpha and the Omega, you just have to turn it around. So, the Stargate project, sorry. Let me get this straight. The Stargate project was announced, and this means Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. Truth meets the lie. It's the mark of the beast rollout, which they foreshadowed and which they showed you, because the mark of the beast will be AI, based on AI, the X Money platform. This will mean you have to merge with a machine, and if you don't do this, you can't buy or sell. And then you have the chance to X the I, the ego. You have to overcome your ego, your animal, your beastly nature. This is your body with its programs. So the mark of the beast rollout was announced. and it's the great test of all time in the year of the goat in 2027. The great test, because the greatest of all time will pass the test. The question is, who will make it through the Stargate? The Stargate. Who can let go of money, the false god of this world? Money rules the world. Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. And we see it in every logo. Alpha and Omega. Alpha and Omega. And even in this logo, but it's not so important. We even see it on the telegram. You just have to turn it 90 degrees, and then you have the Alpha and the Omega. Same with the Alpha and Omega. Here we have it doubled. In the Shiro monogram, in the Christ monogram, we have the Alpha and we have the Omega. Alpha and Omega. And we have the one key for the monkeypox, which will come. Alpha and Omega. The shields in the movie 300. Alpha and Omega. Also, the anarchy symbol. Alpha and Omega. And anarchy, as I explained, means order without rulers. An means no, and archy means ruler. That's where the archons come from, the term, because archons just means ruler. The Avengers, which means revenge. The Avengers, they take revenge. Alpha and Omega. The Paramount Pictures, because we are inside this movie and we have to become the stars. We have to become the hero. Alpha and Omega. V for Vendetta. Remember the 5th of November. This was the election day in the USA in 2024. Also Alpha and Omega. Karamals. It's a popular drink here in Germany. Alpha and Omega. It's everywhere. Even the Xbox, because we have to X the box. We have to X the prison, the box. Alpha and Omega. Starlink, Alpha and Omega. YouTube, Omega, the red circle, and Alpha. Vitamals, also a popular drink. Alpha and Omega. It doesn't stop. It's everywhere. These are just a few examples. Just a few examples, yeah. So the Rainbowbridge is real, and the peace sign is a clear, obvious reference to what this is all about, and it shows us in plain sight that we are inside a projection. This earth is not here to be worshipped. And the creator of this realm isn't also here to be worshipped. It's about beating this fucker with all this principle. Life eats life, and basically this is just a projection of death, of life and death. And it's the parasite we are on. The parasite would be the paramount, and on the other side this would be the paradise, and this is the parasite. That's why every life form here acts like a parasite to another life form. Yeah, the 7 colors of the rainbow. This was, as I said, this was a foreshadowing in 2020. So the last color, the last test, the red, the golden gate, the last test, which leads through the narrow gate, will take place, in my opinion, everything that I'm seeing in the year of the goat, 2027. And all we are seeing now is these war games are to implement the new world order, because everyone will say, stop it now, stop this war, we do everything. We take the mark of the beast as a trade-off, no problem. So things are getting ugly in the next time span, and until it will all break down, in my view, in 2028, then judgment will be come upon this place, this shithole. So to sum it up, or in essence, it's no coincidence that the Alpha and the Omega, which means the last test, the beginning and the end, is on the $1 bill. Because this test is all about money, overcoming money, and with money you overcome the fear of your physical death. Because everything the body needs is tied to money, shelter, food, and so on, clothing. So it's no coincidence that this is shown on the $1 bill, what this is, the Alpha and the Omega, what this means. And it's also no coincidence that the rainbow was shown during the Corona, the opening of the first seal, because we have the 7 seals to open, and the last one will be the mark of the beast. And after that, with that, the Alpha meets the Omega, and the circle is complete, the circus is complete, and there's a small opportunity to leave through the narrow gate. And this gate is really narrow, and you have to be neutral. Your mind has to be neutral, because if you're charged, positive or negative, it's hard to get through this gate. So you have to go all in, and as Chiron last said, all in for the heart, all in for home, I would say. And you have to lay it all on the line, and this would be the last seal, because the other seals were opened or are opening now, or has been opened, and the next seal will be the World War, and then the famine, and so on, and the last seal will be the mark of the beast. So no coincidence that this is on the money. It has meaning. And also, for some additional clues, check out the website AI 2027. I think you heard about it, and it's also another clue for the Mark of the Beast rollout, because there are some AI tech guys involved in this project, and they say in 2027, as it seems, the AI will go out of control, and this is another clue for the year 2027. Yeah, check out this page. This is the summary. Basically, the AI will become so advanced that in the year 2028 it will go root, and this would be also the year where beginning meets the end, where everything is crashing down, when the 9/11 happens, and this will probably be tied to the AI, as it seems, obviously. Yeah, check out the site AI 2027. This is a scenario. They are like a forecasting, and yeah, some people are involved that are really involved in this AI stuff, and yeah, another clue, in my opinion, for the year 2027 for the rollout. Okay, that's it for today. I hope this makes sense to you. There will be no freeing of humanity in the next year, or until 2028. I don't see that at all. It will get worse and it will get harder, and yeah, we we have to go through hell to get out of hell, so to speak. So the best is yet to come of the shithole projection, but yeah, we don't have to, we don't need fear. We don't have to have fear because it's in the end it's a game, and in the end, if you're aware about that, then you just have to go all in and with the knowing and yeah, with the inner knowing that this Earth shithole projection isn't really our home, and it's not here to be worshipped at all. It's it's a fucked up creation, full of suffering, decay, aging, lies. It's basically yeah, a shithole. So that's it for today.